So I want to go over the Packers injury report for today, and there are a few key things we need to look at that could be pretty crucial coming into Sunday's game against the Chicago Bears. First off here from Packers Wire, the Green Bay Packers upgraded 5 different players from limited at practice on Wednesday to full participants on Thursday's updated injury report. Center Josh Myers, neck; linebacker Quay Walker, shoulder; receiver Dontavian Wicks, chest; cornerback Keyshawn Nixon, quad; and safety Zane Anderson, knee. All practice in full on Thursday. So Dontavian Wicks, missing last week's game, may be able to return with him going from limited to fully practicing, which is great news for the Packers receiver core. And then here we have next, although 5 players were upgraded, 5 players remained out. Left guard Elton Jenkins, outside linebacker Preston Smith, running back A.J. Dillon, safety Rudy Ford, and linebacker Isaiah McDuffie. And Matt LaFleur said that if any player is not practicing on Thursday, that is a reason for concern. And so that means that there's a chance Elton Jenkins and Preston Smith aren't able to go on Sunday. We'll need to see tomorrow what happens and what their injury designation is. But considering the Packers offensive line has been one of the best in the NFL this year, they've allowed the 3rd fewest sacks in the NFL. And it, I think, largely has been due to the fact that they've had a pretty consistent rotation recently. And Elton Jenkins, of course, has spent pretty much all the year at left guard. We've seen Rasheed Walker sort of take over mostly at left tackle. He had been flipping in and out a little bit with Josh Nijman. At right guard, we've seen John Runyon Jr. and Sean Ryan sort of flipping out. But Elton Jenkins has been solely the left guard. And so I'm curious to see what happens there if he isn't able to play. And I think that could cause some complications there if the Packers have to sort of switch up what they've been used to on their offensive line. And I'm not sure who they'd put there at left guard. Maybe they move Sean Ryan or Runyon to left guard and keep the other at right guard. Do they decide to bring in Royce Newman? That's a possibility. And I'm just curious if that happens, how the Packers will be able to handle it if they sort of have to change things that they've been used to this season. So hopefully Elton Jenkins can play, and we'll see tomorrow. Preston Smith as well, who has been a very healthy player here for the majority of his career. Him not practicing Thursday. Hopefully he can come in and play on Sunday. He was crucial in the game against the Vikings, had some nice sacks, forced fumble, and so those are some ones to keep an eye on. Also, A.J. Dillon played a little bit last game, but Aaron Jones has sort of taken over with him being back, and A.J. Dillon has that thumb injury, a broken thumb that he's sort of working through. And then if we move here for the final updates, cornerback Jair Alexander and linebacker Devondre Campbell were full participants for the 2nd straight day, while receivers Christian Watson and Jaden Reed were both able to practice again in a limited capacity. So that's at least a good sign. Watson and Reed practicing limited. It's better than not practicing. They were both limited yesterday as well. So the Packers could have a fully healthy receiver core come Sunday. We'll see if Watson can play, and hopefully Reed and Watson can return. And then finally, Luke Musgrave was limited, and Matt LaFleur said that he thinks it is realistic for Luke Musgrave to potentially be able to play on Sunday. So the Packers could get Luke Musgrave back on Sunday from the lacerated kidney. So those are all the updates. If you want more Packers content like this, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.